This project was originally intended to be a short documentary about Patrick's life and career. And I was in pre-production and making plans to travel to San Francisco, and then COVID hit. So I couldn't go anywhere, and I still wanted to do the project. And so I was like in my apartment, and I'm just like, what do I have? Like, what do I have to work with? And I had these letters. I had like a handful of letters that my mother had held on to all these years from Patrick. And so I just started reading them and then reading them over and over and over again. And that's how it kind of ended up being like not so focused on his life and career, but more focused on their friendship. And I'm so glad and thankful that it turned out that way, because it really ended up being like this kind of love letter to their friendship. I was kind of gaining access to this other world that was very personal for my mother. You know, and she was very open to sharing her story with me, but it was something that we had just never really talked about in depth before. But I got to see something much more intimate, and that was really special for me. Like, it got to, once the film started really coming together and I had the music in there and kind of like the basic layout, it kind of got to a point where like every time I would watch it through to the end, I would cry like every time I watched it. I was so like, you know, it became very emotional for me too. I felt really connected to it. And then being able to show it to Patrick's sister and another one of my mom's friends from college who had known Patrick, and seeing, you know, how much they loved it too, you know, that was such a really great feeling.